Welcome students. I Vinita Prasad is here with the video lecture on the use of humor, satire and irony in the story The Tiger King written by Kalki. Before I begin, I just want to make you a quick recall what humor, satire and irony means. Humor is the quality of being amusing or comic, may it be any character or situation. And irony is the use of words to convey a meaning that is opposite of its literal meaning. It is the contrast between what is said and what is meant. Satire is a technique employed by the writers to expose and criticize foolishness and corruption of an individual or a society. It intends to improve the humanity by criticizing its follies and foibles. The role. The role of satire is to ridicule or criticize those vices in the society which the writer considers a threat to the civilization. Satire and irony add humor in the situation. Now to relate it with the story The Tiger King. You will find different shades of humor, irony and satire in the story. The story is a satire on the conceit of those in power. The story spans from the Maharaja's birth to death and covers all the landmarks connected with his passion, tiger hunt. For him, human relations and the affairs of the state are secondary. The author wants to bring the point across that man goes on killing wild animals due to his whims and sport. He satirizes the irrational behavior of the Tiger King and his mission to kill 100 tigers because he had been told that his death will come from tiger. Ironically, the death of the Tiger King comes from a wooden toy tiger. Again, we find the irony in the sentence, from that day it was celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Pratibandhapuram. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. An official statement was issued. If anyone dared to harm a tiger even by throwing stone at it, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. The tigers could rejoice that they would not be killed by riffraff. The irony is that they were set to die at the hands of Maharaja. Similarly, many instances evoke humor that includes his asking question as a 10-day boy about his death and uttering, "Let tigers beware." The author also satirizes the upbringing and education of Crown Prince of Indian states. The author makes us laugh by pointing out the excessive love of the Indian kings and queens for English education and English way of life. They seem to be so enamored of everything English that the crown prince drank the milk of English cow, were brought up by English nannies and tutored in English by English men. They saw only English films, so they were Indians only in flesh and blood. The criteria of searching a suitable girl for his marriage also makes us laugh. He said to Diwan, "You may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. What I want is tiger." His marrying for the sake of getting more tigers to kill as his estate was devoid of tiger adds humor to the story. Despite being a king, his sole aim was to kill 100 tigers. Due to that, he even risked his kingdom suggesting British officer to hunt a boar, a deer or even a mosquito. The suggestion of mosquito hunt seems quite funny. The high-ranking British officer is equally vain. He seems publicity conscious. He is more interested in being photographed with the carcass of the tiger than hunting. The Maharaja presented 50 diamond rings to the British officer's wife, thinking that she would choose one or two, but she kept all 50 rings and sent a letter of thanks. The greed of British officer's wife present humor in the story. The 100th tiger fell in crumpled heap when Maharaja shot him. The tiger had fainted from the shock of the bullet whizzing past. The Maharaja had missed his aim. After the Maharaja left, the hunters went to look at the tiger. The tiger looked back at them, rolling its eyes in bafflement. It is also a humorous incident. The way the story ends is also very amusing. The Maharaja was dead, but the doctors who performed Maharaja's operation declared the operation successful. So, the author, with the beautiful amalgamation of humor, satire and irony in the story, The Tiger King, leaves an indelible impression on his readers. Thank you.